Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're diving headfirst into the wild world of tariffs and how these babies can move the needle on precious metals like gold and silver. Buckle up, because this is where things get really interesting. Now you gotta understand the relationship between tariffs and precious metals isn't always as clear as day. It's not like flipping a switch slap on a tariff and bam, gold prices skyrocket. It's way more nuanced than that. But don't worry, we're gonna break down the key mechanisms at play so you can see the whole picture, understand the potential impact, and make some informed decisions. We're talking inflation, trade wars, currency swings, the whole 9 yards. So grab your notebooks, get ready to take some notes, and let's unlock the secrets of tariffs and their impact on gold and silver. Alright, let's kick things off with inflation. We all know tariffs make imported goods more expensive. It's like adding a sin tax to stuff coming from overseas. That TV you've had your eye on? Boom, price goes up. That new phone? Kapow, more expensive. And when those prices climb higher, it eats away at the value of your hard-earned dollars. That's inflation rearing its ugly head. Now historically, gold and silver have been seen as a hedge against inflation. Think of them as a safe haven for your money when the value of everything else is going haywire. When inflation runs hot, investors often flock to precious metals, pushing up demand and, you guessed it, prices. So, if tariffs lead to higher prices, and that's a big if, then gold and silver could start looking pretty darn good to a lot of investors. Remember though, inflation is a complex beast, and plenty of other factors can impact gold and silver prices. But if you see tariffs sending prices through the roof, don't be surprised if gold and silver catch a nice tailwind. Keep a close eye on those inflation numbers. Now let's talk trade wars, folks. When countries start slapping tariffs on each other's goods, things can get ugly fast. It's like a heavyweight boxing match, with each country throwing punches in the form of tariffs. And you know what happens in a boxing match? Uncertainty. Nobody knows who's going to land the knockout blow or how much damage will be done. That uncertainty spills over into the markets, making investors nervous. And when investors get nervous, they start looking for safe havens to park their money. And guess what's considered a safe haven? You got it. Gold and silver. These precious metals have a long history of holding their value during times of economic turmoil. So, if tariffs escalate into a full-blown trade war, don't be surprised to see demand for gold and silver spike as investors seek shelter from the storm. It's all about preserving capital and weathering the economic uncertainty. Hold on tight because we're about to navigate the treacherous waters of currency values. Now tariffs can sometimes weaken the currency of the country implementing them. It's a matter of supply and demand, folks. When a country imposes tariffs, it can reduce demand for its goods overseas. That means less demand for its currency too. And guess what happens when a currency weakens? That's right, imports become more expensive and exports become cheaper for foreign buyers. And since gold and silver are priced in US dollars, a weaker dollar can make them more attractive to buyers holding other currencies. It's like a sale on precious metals. So if tariffs put downward pressure on the US dollar, we could see increased demand for gold and silver from international buyers looking to capitalize on the currency exchange rates. It's all connected, folks: currencies, tariffs, and the price of precious metals. Let's shift gears for a minute and talk about silver's industrial uses because tariffs can throw a wrench in the works here too. Silver is a vital component in a wide range of industrial applications, from electronics and solar panels to medical devices. But here's the catch. Tariffs on industrial goods can disrupt global supply chains and reduce manufacturing output. Think about it. If tariffs make it more expensive to import components needed for manufacturing, companies might scale back production or even shift operations elsewhere. And if manufacturing activity slows down, demand for silver could take a hit. So while tariffs might boost silver prices in the short term due to safe haven demand, the long-term impact on industrial demand could put downward pressure on prices. It's a classic case of supply and demand. If tariffs disrupt the supply chain and reduce demand for silver in industrial applications, prices could eventually feel the pinch. Now for the wild card in all of this speculation. Investors are always trying to anticipate the market's next move, and tariffs add an extra layer of complexity. When tariffs are announced or even rumored, investors start placing bets on how they'll impact the economy and, by extension, precious metals. If investors believe tariffs will lead to inflation or a weaker dollar, they might pile into gold and silver, driving up prices. On the other hand, if they think tariffs will hurt economic growth and reduce industrial demand for silver, they might shy away, putting downward pressure on prices. It's a game of perception versus reality, folks. The actual impact of tariffs might not even materialize for months or even years, but investor sentiment can swing prices in the short term. So, buckle up and get ready for some volatility, because when tariffs enter the equation, speculation can run rampant. There you have it, folks. A crash course on how tariffs can impact the prices of gold and silver. Remember, it's a complex relationship with many moving parts. There's no magic formula or crystal ball to predict the future. But by understanding the forces at play, inflation, trade wars, currency fluctuations, industrial demand, and investor sentiment, you'll be better equipped to navigate the markets and make informed decisions. Keep a close eye on economic data, stay up to date on trade developments, and don't be afraid to adjust your investment strategy accordingly. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the world of finance and precious metals. Stay tuned for our next video, where we explore more factors that influence the market.